Hi Mesa and all of the other readers over at the Sagacity Quest. I am a book vlogger, so basically a blogger about books, but I make videos on YouTube and my YouTube channel is TheBookTuber. I will put a link in the description of this video, and for my viewers, if you're watching this, you might be a little confused right now. I'm doing a guest blog for a blog called the Sagacity Quest. I will also put that information down there so you can go check out Mesa's blog, and I really hope I'm pronouncing Mesa and Sagacity right. Hoping. I'm really glad I was asked to do this guest blog, and I am pumped. So let's get started. Mesa has asked me to answer a few questions. 20 actually. So the first question is, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? I've been on YouTube for almost 2 years. About 22 months now. I just started book vlogging back in September of 2011. So far, it's going good. I find comfort in the fictional world. I'm also a guitar and piano player, and I like Apple products. I think that's it. Second question is, what do you do in your free time besides this? I like listening to music, watching movies, and that type of stuff. I'm also a writer. Sometimes I write books, I guess. They haven't gotten anywhere so far. Sometimes I also make other types of videos. My cousins and I actually had a YouTube show going on for a little bit there, and we're going to wrap it up very soon. It's on a completely different channel. I'm not even gonna talk about it. Yeah, it's pretty bad. But I'm really interested in filmmaking, so that's the type of stuff that I like to do. Who inspired you to start writing? I think just when I was younger, and on the back of the books, on the little bio, it would talk about the authors and their inspirations and how they started writing and how it helped them with stuff and how they've gotten better, and I was like, I want to do that. So I guess some ideas started popping in my head, and I just wanted to be like them. Who is your favorite author? That would be J.K. Rowling, obviously. I mean, I think she's everyone's favorite author in their heart. But if I have to pick someone else, I guess I would say Rick Riordan. He's the author of the Percy Jackson series, the Heroes of Olympus series, and the Kane Chronicles. When do you read? In school, if I have free time, usually at night. That's when most of my reading gets done. I don't have my family bothering me and just nothing else going on, so I can focus. And whenever I find time during the day. If you were given a chance to meet one author, who would it be? Well, I have met Andrea Kremer, Jessica Spotswood, Marie Lu, and Beth Revis, which was awesome. If I have to pick someone else, I'm going to say Rick Riordan. I hear that he does really cool things with his book signings, and yeah, I'd be really interested to see. Who is your favorite YouTuber or blogger? I don't follow very many blogs, and if we're talking about book YouTubers, definitely The Readables and Cass J. Tuck. Those two are the ones that inspired me to start doing this type of stuff, and they're both like super nice and funny, and just over time I've seen more of these book YouTubers such as Elizzy Books. I really like her blog and her YouTube channel. As for non-book YouTubers, Shay Tards and Shay Carl, I think their family is just hilarious. I stopped watching the daily vlogs just because I didn't find time anymore, but every once in a while I still watch them and they still make my day. I'm also a Shane Dawson fan. Lately I've mostly been watching book YouTubers. What do you look for when you buy books? Like covers, authors, synopsises, reviews. Synopsis is a word. Synopsis. Believe it or not, the synopsis is usually not what I go based on. Half the time I really don't know what they're about. I mean, I usually have a general idea, but I don't go like, it's not the #1 thing. It's actually my viewers. I usually get on Goodreads and see what they're reading. I go to other book vlogs and see just like what the current stuff is. I like keeping up with the newest YA trends. And of course, if I have a favorite author or series, I will continue to buy that author's books. The covers, they kind of matter, but not really. I mean, we're all tired of the teenage girl like that on the cover. But I usually end up going based on what I hear from other people. And I see if I like it or not, and I go from there. I mean, I usually do read the synopsis, but it's like not the only thing, because if I read the synopsis of something I've already read, I'm be like, wow, that sounds really lame, but I know that it's not, so I don't judge synopsises. Synopsi. God. What is your ultimate favorite movie of all time? I have 3. Salt, Easy A, and The Hunger Games. Totally different movies, my favorite. Show us where you usually read. Right here. Yes, I'm in my pajamas. Deal with it. What matters to you most? Story development, likable characters, or beautiful writing? I think beautiful writing is usually an added bonus. Story development is very important to me, but I would say likable characters is the most important. But let me rephrase that. Not likable characters, but relatable. If you can't connect with the characters, the story is dead. So that's where story development comes in. If you have the relatable characters, then the story development matters. But if there's beautiful writing and you just cannot connect, if the story is slow, then no. Were you always a reader? I would say since about first grade, I looked up to my cousin so much, and my cousin started like reading a lot, and so I started reading a lot, and I just didn't stop. The first series that I really got into, I know everyone expects me to say Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys. I've actually never read Nancy Drew or the Hardy Boys. Missed that stage in my childhood. It was Magic Treehouse for me, and Junie B. Jones. What is one genre you won't ever read? There are none that I won't ever read, because like I always give them a shot, but one that I usually don't go for is paranormal romance. And what I mean by that is like vampires and werewolves. I'm so done with that. Just that entire shelf at Barnes & Noble makes me What is your favorite dessert? Dirt pudding. Is anyone in your family a reader? Yes, actually, yeah, a lot of them are. I don't think any of them are as big of readers as me, but my cousin, I talk to her about this stuff a lot, and she just recently finished The Hunger Games, and she really was not happy with the ending of Mockingjay. She was in a bad mood that entire day. But my grandma, my mom is kind of like when she has time, my aunt, and a lot of my cousins. I mean, yes, in general, I would say my family is readers. My uncle actually interviews authors, although I've only told one family member about this channel. Because they know about my other YouTube stuff, and they watch it like in front of me all the time, and it's just really embarrassing, and I don't like it, so I'm not telling them. So I guess I just kind of accidentally answered the next question, which is, does anyone in your family know about my vlogs? And my mother does, and my cousin does, and my uncle kind of does. What's the funniest movie you've ever seen? I don't know. The first thing that comes to mind is Easy A, just because like I really like that movie, but I don't want to say it's really funny. A really funny movie is Date Night. Steve Carell, Tina Fey. What was that? It's a really funny movie. What is your guilty pleasure? And that is the House of Night series by PC Cast and Kristen Cast. And that totally contradicts what I just previously said about paranormal romance books. I do like that series, okay? Okay? Whatever. Any book recommendations for my readers? Mace's readers. If you're into dystopia or sci-fi, or even if you're not, I would recommend the Gone series. You might not be able to get into it at first, but it is so good, believe me. Also along those lines, The Maze Runner. And if you are crazy and haven't read The Hunger Games yet, do that first, unless of course you haven't read Harry Potter, which in this case I'm going to virtually shoot you right now. If you are more into realistic contemporary fiction, I would recommend anything by John Green or Jenny Downham. The Fault in Our Stars specifically. Also, David Levithan is a really good writer with that, and Maureen Johnson. Not that I've read anything from her, but you know. And Legend by Marie Lu. Definitely read Legend. Do it. I believe that is all the questions. Yep. Thank you for having me on this wonderful blog. I hope I wasn't too stupid. So, fun fact about the end of my videos, they're always extremely awkward. Again, thank you, and to my viewers, I will see you later. So, goodbye.